So as Youth Intakes go, that was actually pretty solid, considering. And welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Bolton. If you're still enjoying the save, drop a like on the video. That would be tremendous. So, yesterday was fun, wasn't it? That was a bizarre turn of events. Like, first, just the fact that we lost 6 in a row is, and again, I'm still less worried than I was before because I do still believe that there's a good tactical base for us right now. Things are just on an absolute shitter. But those were, and I did check, our first red cards of the entire season, and they just happened to come in that game at the exact same time. I do love how the game afterwards was just like, Bolton manager refuses to admit that it's a result of his poor discipline. I'm like, we have the 16th highest yellow cards in the league, and that was our first red cards in the league. Get off your high horse. But nevertheless, we must jump into today. Now, obviously, Niall John and Sonny Low Everton are both suspended for 3 matches, and they're not going to have those appeals succeed since they both decided to turn it into a Bruce Lee movie. Not exactly confident, though what I would say is, thankfully, we do at least have the squad depth to bring in O and Kang. So it's not the end of the world that we aren't going to be having those two. Depeche I'm going to bring back in because, honestly, at this point, like I said, no matter which one of those two we play here, it doesn't really matter, does it, at this point? I will still be putting Booty at left back because Lawrence doesn't seem to perform that any better than he does, really. Now, we've had a team meeting to try to G the lads up a little bit. The thing is, it doesn't matter how much, morale we give them back. We're going into games against Arsenal and Manchester City. I know we took a horrendously lucky point against Arsenal earlier this season, but I don't see that happening today. And obviously against City, you can write that one off anyway. It's the games after that we really have to get stuck into, and just one more win, honestly, I do believe will be enough to keep us up, and we can focus on stuff for next season. Honestly, at this point, I'd just settle for us looking like we're involved in a game. We've barely been in any of the games that we've played in this period. That's what I would say. Against Southampton, I think we were unlucky. Sorry, we were lucky not to lose by more than that. Spurs, I think, actually, we were, that was a bit closer as it goes. But after that, really, we were nowhere near matches, even against Newcastle, for that matter. Still remaining 7 points above the drop zone as things stand. And that's a good sign for us, frankly. And I still think will be enough. Honestly, the fact that our last 2 home games are Burnley and West Ham, and they're the last 2 games of the season, I just honestly just don't see us dropping enough points for them to even need those matches. But I do believe that with those in hand, we'll probably be okay. And that's really the main thing. Staying in the Premier League the first season is the biggest challenge, I always find. Second seasons, if you make the right signings, and we've got a lot of young players that are improving every month or so. And that's the main thing. Oh my God, we actually won the header. Right, here we go. Kim to O. We've got the 3 Koreans all in the team today. Kim, what's he thinking? Nice little ball back to Gilney. Christensen, that's fine. Okay, would have been nicer if Cristiano Noble had probably come over and won that, but oh well, that's fine. That's a good tackle, actually. I'm mainly interested in just seeing us be in this match. That's really what I want to see. Just us making moves, creating some chances, being stronger at the back, and not just allowing the easiest goals to go through us at the moment. And that's something we've got to work on, and hopefully today will be the first step in the right direction, because Arsenal are still a good side, but they're not the best side. Good save from Macania again. Back for Gilney. This is a bit more like it. Controlling a bit of the ball, getting a few passes together. Can Booty find one of those passes, perhaps? Or just keep recycling the possession? Good. This is better. Moving the ball around a bit more. Now getting it going. Oh, nice. Oh, slip him in. Or go for it yourself. Oh, Juan Candela. Bolton 1, Arsenal 0. That is an extremely good finish from Juan Candela. He's only scored 2 goals this year against Chelsea to give us the win and to give us the lead against Arsenal. We've not led in a game for feels like months. But the thing is, this all came from us just being patient on the ball. Passing it around in the midfield a little bit. Get fortunate with the way this breaks back to him here for sure. But this is still an incredible strike. Maybe the keeper could do a bit better, but in off the post. It's Bolton 1, Arsenal 0. We have the lead. Candela's going to take a long throw from very, very deep here. I don't know whether this is going to be able to create much. Oh, with the flick on, and Candela's going to pick it up. Oh, he's got to find the pass. He's gone for goal himself. And for Maywo over the crossbar. Won by Christensen, back for Kim. He's got support. If he can find the right pass, he probably won't be. Oh, he actually has. Oh, he's in behind. Great tackle from the Arsenal defender. That was a great pass. Macania's got it. Drops it out for Maywo. There's an element of calm about us today, which we haven't seen for a while. Booty, can he just pop one into the channel for Kim? Maybe. Here we go. Regan Booty finally showing a bit here. Can he? Yes, he's got through. Pulls it back for Dong. Oh, Christensen. I think that's offside. It wasn't. He has to score there. Well, half-time, and I think we're actually quite good value for that. Very, very pleased. Not getting a lot of possession, but when we are getting it, we're making good use of it. Christensen honestly should have made that 2-0. This could be potentially one of those amazing performances that just comes out of nowhere to save us from a morale standpoint. I was not expecting us to do as well as we have been so far in this game, even though the City game is directly afterwards. We're into the 4th minute. of 3 minutes of stoppage time. Right, there we go. That'll do it. And that's going to be Bolton 1, Arsenal 0 in the Premier League. And we're going to grab ourselves our first win in 6 games and end the horrendous defeat spiral. Can we finish the match, please, referee? There we go. Bolton 1, Arsenal 0. Bloody hell, he played a minute and a half of added time on added time there. Still a bit fortunate, I would say. I don't think we were fantastic, but we managed to grind it out, and sometimes that's all you need. The defenders did spectacularly well in that game. Candela, Booty, Famewo, Lacazette, Roche, and Macania. But again, you can see that middle role. Mohamed can't come back soon enough. That is a massive win, and probably going to be enough to keep us up this season, so I'm ecstatic with that. We'll lose the next game, but it's fine. Right, back in a minute. Right then, guys, we're back. And yeah, it should be no surprise that we lost at home to Man City, but it was only 2-0. Presnel Kimpembe's first goal of the season gave City the lead after 12 minutes, and in the second half, we nearly had a little breakthrough ourselves. The play eventually broke down, and Raheem Sterling was just able to rifle this shot past our goalkeeper, and it was 2-0 to Manchester City. But it was definitely a step in the right direction from how we were earlier this season, to be honest, and particularly as it's City. You just can't really judge much on it. Particularly is in our very next game, we got our first home win against one of the non-big sides. Candela, with an absolutely thunderous strike, gave us the lead after just 15 minutes, and I was just proud to see us back in front in a home game. Unfortunately, Wolves got themselves back level not long after that. We had a non-penalty given, but then straight after that. But then we were straight back in front. Bad defending from Wolves again here. Kim manages to get himself through. Still bad goalkeeping and defending, but it was 2-1 to Bolton at that point, and we held on. Wolves eventually finished the game with 9 men after getting 2 second yellow cards during the game, and that was enough to allow us another home victory, and surely then sealing ourselves survival. But there was still time for us to get a very good victory away at Leicester City in the next game. We outplayed them in both games against them this season, and I think we thoroughly got what we deserved in this game. And yeah, it may have taken the penalty, but we were definitely the better side anyway. Kim's penalty gave us a 1-0 win at Leicester City, and that was back-to-back wins to really put the crown on us surviving. But then sadly, with Mansour being injured for another 2 weeks, we missed him against Bournemouth, and we really, really missed him against Bournemouth. I mean, look, another one of these ones where the tackle just deflects the ball into the path of the player, and it was the same stuff we were seeing before, where everything just seems to go to crap. Players aren't winning tackles anymore. Everything we do is being intercepted. It's so interesting. Again, Silas is through. Simple finish from there. Don't know what the goalkeeper's doing bending down. 2-0 to Bournemouth. And then, of course, one of these free kicks that they should defend, but they just don't for some reason. It was 3-0 to Bournemouth. And in the second half, it just got even worse for us eventually. Ball just knocked around the corner here. Defenders don't do their job properly, and it's a simple finish for Tedic again. 4-0 to Bournemouth. De Pestra played on the right-hand side. He was actually quite good in spite of that. I've also moved the middle defensive role back to being just a standard centre-back, because I've just noticed how no matter who plays there, it doesn't perform as the ball-playing role. So we're going straight back to a normal back 3 with 3 centre-backs. If you've got any ideas of what we could maybe do with these roles, do let me know. But for now, we're just going to go to a more basic thing, and I think it has definitely still improved the middle role at least. But all that leaves us 11th in the league. I mean, 11th is a very, very good result for us right now. We're 13 points above the drop zone, sitting comfortably. We're actually level on points with Arsenal now, who've lost 5 in a row, including, I think, the game against us in there too. So it's a massive mismatch in this area of the pitch. Like, legitimately, we could still finish as high as 8th. We're only 1 point off it, but at the same time, we're not exactly that far off of the teams down in like 16th. It's an incredibly tight pack from like 8th downwards, to be honest. Everyone else is kind of broken away. Ziga also got his first Croatia cap. The Border also plowing another £3 million into training facilities. It's glorious. Now, we had a youth intake. You should be seeing it on your screen now. It wasn't a bad one, if I'm honest. Considering what I was expecting, which was not a lot, we did at least get a couple of players who look a bit like, okay, maybe there's something there. First of whom is Andy Doherty, young goalkeeper, temperamental personality. He's not spectacular, but he was definitely the best of the bunch out of that set. And it was just nice to see someone a little bit interesting come through. So that's Andy Doherty. There was a Bermudan guy called Milan Castle, but unfortunately he was trash, which is a shame because it would have been cool. And the only other player of note in there is Mitchell McCauley, a 15-year-old right-sided player. Now, what I would say is, since he's joined this club, since he's like come in, his potential seems to have matched that of Doherty, and he does seem to be developing quite nicely so far. So he might actually be one of the standouts of that set, and he doesn't even look that bad just yet. So I'm kind of intrigued by what Mitchell McCauley could offer. I don't think he's ever really going to offer anything for us, but he still looks like he could be one of those players that just kind of surprises you and actually forces himself to be quite a solid player. So as youth intakes go, that was actually pretty solid, considering. Mansour is back. The question is whether he's back enough to play. Now, obviously, Low Everton can't play in there, and I'm not even that bothered about putting him in there anyway. I will be starting O, though, instead of Kang further up the pitch. I'd rather have Kang play deeper. Niall John's going nowhere near this team. At the moment, I don't trust him anymore. And, yeah, we'll put in O sitting further up there behind Kim. So that's okay. Booty obviously will come in on the left-hand side. I've extended Candela's loan because I felt like it was something that actually could benefit us. Despite some poor performances this year, I'm seeing more and more out of him that I actually kind of like. So I think that's probably what we're going to go with for now. Mohamed on the right-hand side with Lacazette, Roche, and Firmino in. Firmino has been injured as well through this period, so that might have also cost us. But I really do feel like we're just so much worse when Mohamed isn't in the team. Now, there is a centre-back at Santos called Janino. He looks insane. In fact, screw it. I'll show you him now. I don't even care. This is he. So, yeah. Let me know what you think. He has an £18 million release clause, but I think, honestly, were the opportunity to come up to actually get this guy, we may have to pull the trigger, quite frankly, because he is ridiculous. Now, no one's wanted him up until this point, but I've just noticed Real Madrid have not declared an interest, you know what I mean. So I'm concerned that we might miss out on someone like him to a team like Real Madrid, which would not really be that surprising. We just don't have the money. I would honestly try and do a deal now, but we just don't have the cash available to move around to trigger the release clause right now. So if I could go after him, I would genuinely try to do it. But I just think that the moment we would have put a bid in the summer, Real Madrid would come swooping in. Anyway, we're at home against Watford. You just never know. So let's get out there. The form's been a bit patchy lately, but I'm hoping that having Mohamed just back in the team, that stability that he brings to us, could make a huge difference in a game like this, quite frankly. I just want to get on the ball in these sort of situations. Against Bournemouth, basically, we were losing every single major challenge. Like, anytime there was a chance for one of the teams to win the ball, we always lost it. And that's one of the big differences I find. I'm concerned that Watford are about to show why they're up towards the top of the league. And again, a little bit concerning, and it's a simple finish for Juan Hernandez. Unfortunately, it feels like one of those games where every tackle is going to be missed. Every opportunity to win the ball is going to be missed, similar to the last game. That just has the immediate air of it. When you can always tell when those sort of games feel like they're coming, when every single time there's a challenge like that, they just seem to be able to brush your players off and do nothing. Maybe Keeper could have done better with that, though, I'd say. But we'll see how it pans out. It might just be an early blip. And Watford are a very good side, after all. Edge of the box, and what a tackle. Go on, get to the rebound. There we go, finally. I mean, to be fair, he was the only player on it. But for Mayo, oh my God. Yeah, no. But let's also put it into perspective. They are challenging for the Champions League at the moment. And they look very likely as if they're going to get it. Sarr again. Goes straight past a man. Right, get the tackles in. Macania. Takes it long. To nobody. I don't know why. Don't know what that is supposed to do. Yeah, when the instructions go out the window as well, it's quite frustrating. Particularly if this is going to lead to a goal as well. Because we don't have goalkeeper set to distribute over the top. And it's... Yeah, I mean... They're looking very good value for the fact that they're a Champions League contender. But we did give them a bloody good run at Vicarage Road and probably should have won that game, to be honest. Out wide for Maitland-Niles. Right, go press him. Go on. Just shepherd him, shepherd him, shepherd him. Do a bit of maybe put a tackling. Hey, a tackle. Well, we have actually gotten to a rebound here, but it's Christensen bringing it forward. He's not the quickest, but they're allowing him into the box here. Right, now he just needs to be patient. Drops it back for Candela. And he's just put it wide. Wow, a chance. Well, sort of. Booty's free kick. Can we finally score one of these ourselves? Lacazette Roche with the header. Well, it wasn't a direct free kick, but it is Bolton 1, Watford 2. Sort of out of nowhere. Booty's free kick was whipped in. Lacazette Roche gets his head on the end of it for his second goal of the year. He may not be back next season, which is a problem, because we can't extend his loan yet, because that's domestic thing. He won't let us do it, even though, yeah, it counts it as a new loan. So the issue with the domestic loan thing is because we've got the maximum amount of domestic loans, it won't let us extend his loan because it considers it a new loan, even though it would still be the same player, which is really stupid. So we're super fortunate to be involved in this match at all at the moment, but we've given ourselves a chance. But we're going to need to see something better out of the players in the second half, and they've not shown any signs in this first half to me of doing anything of the sort. But getting ourselves a bit closer is at least something, I suppose. If we can just try to fashion an opportunity or two in the second period, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Right, go on, get out to it, push! There we go! Finally! Kang winging the ball. He's got to find the right pass, though, and he's just trotting along. He's going to lose it any minute now. Oh, wow. Oh, surely not. Regan Booty delivers another great pass. No. In fact, if anything, we're going to get counted on here, aren't we? Right, okay, there's two of you on it. That's fine. Just shepherd him. There we go. Tackle comes straight back to the Watford player. And, yeah. Why the hell not, eh? Why the hell not? It's, yeah, that's the kind of thing that happens in these matches I'm noticing, and I just don't know what you can really do about that. I mean, defenders there, put a tackle in. Or, I don't know, do anything. Anything at all. Like, it's an absolutely brilliant tackle, but of course it goes straight to the Watford player, and then our defender just sort of stands there, does nothing, and allows the Watford player through. And it's simply an issue of we have worse players than them in a lot of positions, but my God, is it frustrating when your player just doesn't do anything. Even if they do a bad thing is still a thing, an action of some sort. But no. They're pushed up very high, which means there's going to be a lot of space in the midfield, which should, in theory, open up opportunities for us. See if we can pull something off. Giorne needs to find the right passes, options left and right. O is in, and it's a poor effort where we could have done, once again, much, much better with that. But we will see. I've made a couple of little tweaks to see if we can force a bit more of an error out of Watford for the rest of this game, but my guess is it will just see a continuation of every tackle going back to Watford players again, because we're just not able to clear our lines at the moment, sadly. Straight past him. And he's been fouled, of course. With games like this, like I said, you just have to kind of accept that you're going to lose the match because, well, that was... I love how it took the penalty before the thing had even disappeared. Booty's delivery this time. We do seem to have got worse from corners this season as well. I don't know how many goals we've actually scored from corners, but it feels like virtually none. Direct free kicks we've been good from, but corners... Oh, I don't think we've actually scored a goal from a corner this season, which is the exact opposite of what we normally do, and I may have to take a look at that. Booty's ball. Lostak flicks it down to Mohamed with a brilliant stop. He's offside anyway. Booty with the throw. Maybe we can cause a bit of chaos in their box. And we've literally done exactly that. It's 4-2. Bolton have got one back. Henry Lawrence's first goal of the year, but it is basically a nothing but consolation. We always seem to pull these goals out in games where it's just dead. It's really weird. Like, the only time we score these goals are in completely dead games at this sort of situation, like against Newcastle and against Man United. It was the same situations. Candela is the one more sting in the tail. The Watford keeper should have that one fairly comfortably, and it's going to be Bolton 2, Watford 4. Didn't deserve anything from the game. It's just much like the last game, actually. Although, at least to be fair, we didn't really deserve any goals ourselves. We just got them anyway, both from sort of set pieces, as it were. Yeah, it is what it is. We're not good enough at the moment to challenge for much more than we are, but at the end of the day, with the squad we've got, staying up is kind of all we could really hope for, isn't it? With 3 games to go, we've already hit 40 points. We're still 11 points above the drop zone, and for our first season in the Premier League, I don't think we could really ask for much more than that. It would just be nice if we didn't just have these random games where we just let it completely get away from us, where they just seem to switch off and don't do the simple things, or sometimes anything at all. Giorne is probably going to miss the rest of the season with that twisted ankle. So, yeah, there's a lot of red, for sure. There absolutely is, and that's something we have to work on. Thank God for these 3 victories, my goodness. So, next episode, final one, we'll do a triple livecom special with Leeds, Burnley, and West Ham. Thank God for these games, although, honestly... The fact is, right, I reckon we could lose to Leeds and try and win both these games. We'd probably end up coming like 9th as a result of that, if I'm honest, which would be a strange way to finish the season. But hey, at the end of the day, we just need to lose by less when we do lose, but that's just how it goes. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, we've picked up some wins, that's what matters. Drop a like, that'd be terrific. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and at the weekends, so go follow there too. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the climax of the season. There might still be a top 10 on the card. You just never know. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your guns. Capybara. Bye-bye.